My name is Kristen Zabor, and I live on James Street. For those here wondering who I am and thinking I might be a little bit crazy, I have gone to Zumba classes at Club Fitness right down the street. I actually bought my house from my Zumba instructor who moved to Granby. I go to shop at Aldi 2 to 4 times a month. Love Aldi, love Dollar Tree, love Costco, shop in Enfield all the time, spend my money here. My PCP is at Enfield Medical Associates, and just for those who are worried about my cough, I don't have mono, COVID, or strep. She wouldn't test me for anything else, so that's all I know. These are my notes. This says, people who are oppressed have facts. People who aren't oppressed and deny facts just have opinions. I raised this sign today. This is important to me because it's striking that my first time at this meeting, I notice the population sitting in front of me and the population sitting behind me. I'm counting the percentage of white men sitting in front of me. And there are 2/3 white men in front of me, and I guarantee nobody is less than 40 years old or 35. Behind me, there was more than 50% women when I got here, when it was a full house. And we know there are young people represented here. I'm 42 years old. That means I was born in 82. That means I'm a zennial. That means I graduated high school in 2000. And when I graduated in high school, there was nobody out in my high school. Nobody out in my grade when I graduated in 2000. I remember being in health class, learning that 1 in 7 females was gay. And I wondered, who's that? I've got really great girlfriends. I'm like, who in our group is the gay one? Maybe it's me. Ha ha. Guess what? 2020, I came out openly. And the first time I held my partner's hand in public was the first time I got it. You can tell by energy, by a look, when somebody is not for you holding your partner's hand. I got what black people say about the look. I got what Muslim people say about the look. I got it. For the first time in my life, I felt that. I have been a person of privilege, and I stand firmly on that privilege to say that it makes a difference when you are oppressed. And if you are a white, cis, hetero man, you don't know what this feeling is like. You don't know what this look is like to walk in a community, to walk in your town, and have people question you just for holding your partner's hand. You also don't know what it's like to walk in a community when there are flags proudly hanging. P-Town in Massachusetts, Algonquin in Maine, Portland in Maine. The feeling it is like to walk in a community like that holding your partner's hand is so liberating and safe and welcoming. So it makes a difference if there are flags. The reason I didn't come out until I was 38 years old is because it didn't feel safe to do so, and I didn't understand myself. The pride flag is a symbol to others in the community to say, I'm a safe person. I'm not going to be a person who gives you that look. So when you come to Windsor Locks, I'm your safe person. Like I said, I live on James Street. I tried to get these signs in my town. Maybe 15 to 20 people wanted them. So when I saw that there were drag events in Enfield,
I'm sorry, your time's up.
I said, this is a great place to be. No more. I think what really led me to be here today was, as somebody mentioned, Enfield being in national news and how much of an embarrassment that has been for this to be one of your first agenda items as a town council. I'm an LICSW, licensed independent social worker in the state of Massachusetts. For those people who go to therapy, know somebody who goes to therapy, I'm a therapist. I work with children. I work with autistic folks with Down syndromes, intellectual disabilities, folks who need therapy. And I have a lot of queer autistic folks coming into my office with mental health because of how they're treated, because of being queer or trans. So when I have this sign, it says this isn't red versus blue, this is death versus money, I'm talking about suicide. So my specialty is needs assessments. So the flag is a solution to a need. If you decide that you're taking this flag away, how are you going to do outreach to the queer and trans community in Enfield to signal that this is a safe community to live in? There is a need. If you're taking away one solution, I urge you to think of another. For the gentleman who wanted to say that the puzzle piece represents the autistic community, that is outdated information. And I urge you to get more updated on that. The autistic community is trying to identify themselves, and they don't have a missing puzzle piece. I'm neurodivergent myself, so let's all be informed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.